What's the story, Morning Glory? What is up, Buttercup? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for hopefully a very quick review of 90 Day Fiance, The Last Resort, Season 1, Episode 1, The Last Chance. So I'm going to go through all the couples and then we're going to give all of our time and energy to Asuelo and Kalani. So first we have Ed and Liz. Ed, to me, he's just grandstanding for the cameras. Ed and Liz are not serious about each other. Liz knows how to turn on the waterworks, when she's prompted to, but I find it very hard to believe that these two people are in a real relationship. I don't think that these two people would be together if 90 Day Fiance was completely canceled. If they got rid of all of the 90 Day franchises, I seriously doubt that Ed and Liz would still be together. But here we are. So Ed is just here for camera time, for a paycheck, Liz as well, because who else is he going to film with? So Ed and Liz, as soon as they arrive at the resort, they're at the front desk checking in, and I guess the hotel or the resort gave them complimentary glasses of champagne, and Ed and Liz want the whole damn bottle. So they get the bottle and then they go look for a bar so they can drink some more. And I remember when they were on 90 Day Fiance, I think a lot of their arguments were fueled by alcohol. So this is the couple that when they get to drinking, they get to fussing and fighting. And I don't know I don't know. Look, I don't know if they have an alcohol problem or what's going on with these two people, but it seems like alcohol is always behind a lot of their big blow up fights. Moving on from there, we have Molly and Kelly. So Molly and Kelly, they're not married. I don't think they're engaged. I'm not exactly sure what the hell's going on. Why are y'all together? If y'all are making each other unhappy and y'all are having all of these issues because Kelly doesn't get along with Molly's children, he doesn't get along with Molly herself. Molly thinks that Kelly is a lazy bum. She says that one of the things that drew her to Kelly was at the time he was a New York City police officer and he was very ambitious, he was motivated, he had goals, he had plans, and once he retired from that job and moved to Georgia to come live with her, all of that went away. Now all he wants to do is lay around on her couch and watch reality TV. Okay, if it's not working out, then why don't y'all just break up? Y'all are not married. I don't even think y'all are engaged. Just go your separate ways if y'all are not making each other happy. Why do you want to be with someone that is giving you so much stress and making you so unhappy? You don't even want to sit next to the man. She didn't even want to talk to him at the meet and greet. So why are y'all still together? Why are you trying to make something work that is unworkable? So, behind the scenes, I had made a video about this a few months ago where there was some type of physical altercation between Kelly and Molly's oldest daughter. The cops were called, and then I hear there was another physical altercation between Molly and her own daughter, and I think her daughter got arrested for putting hands on her. So there's a lot going on. I don't understand. This man doesn't get along with you, doesn't get along with your kids. Your kids don't like him. You barely like him, if at all. So why don't you just break up and go your separate ways? But they're here on this couples retreat trying to resolve some issues. And if I was a therapist, I would just be like, just break up. Y'all aren't married. You don't have kids together. Just break up. Yara and Jovi. So they're still going to pretend that they're having these issues about Europe and a second child. Like I said, I fell for the okie doke. The last time that they were featured on 90 Day Fiance, their biggest issue was Yara wanting to move to Europe against Jovi's wishes, and Jovi wanting Yara to stay in America, and Yara acting like she's actually making plans to move to Europe, like she was going to go look at apartments over there, etc. Then you look on their social media and, they're just two happy little lovebirds with not a care in the world. So I'm not going to fall for the Yara and Jovi okie doke. I will not do it. I don't think they have any real issues. Yara is not moving to Europe and they're going to eventually have a second child. I don't know if Yara, I'm not even going to say it because there's a lot of people out there that are big time Yara fans, and you say anything negative about Yara, they come for you. So she's going to eventually have a second baby. That's going to happen. And then Jovi says that he likes to keep his problems private, but then he continuously signs up for yet another season of 90 Day Fiance. So yeah, make it make sense. I don't get it. Moving on from there, we have Angela and Michael. So, like I said, Michael is stuck in Nigeria. He's on, he's coming in through video call or Zoom or whatever you want to call it. And his visa has still not been approved yet. I'm like, what? Y'all have been working on this for years, but his visa is still not approved. And Angela says that Michael still makes her tingle. Oh. Their issue is infidelity. So him trying to reach out to somebody online and having an inappropriate communication with somebody online. I guess that's her whole issue. She showed up to the resort with divorce papers because if he doesn't say and act the way that she wants him to, she's going to be putting those papers on him and filing for divorce. Okay, fine. The group meet and greet. So when they all get together, everybody's afraid of who's going to show up because a lot of these people don't get along with each other. So Yara and Jovi were deathly afraid of Angela showing up, and who else had issues? Jovi didn't want to see Big Ed, who Yara calls Little Ed. Jovi didn't want to see Ed, but Ed showed up. Angela's there. The tension was thick, but whatever. So Kalani seems to be the president of the Angela fan club. When she saw Angela, the way she squealed and screamed, she was fangirling hard over Angela. And I'm like, I'm just not understanding. Like, Kalani, what do you see in Angela that's making you react like this? But Kalani was so excited, she nearly peed in her pants when she saw Angela. Angela was really happy to see Molly because they're both from Georgia. They both have, obviously problems in their relationship. And then Angela was bonding with Kalani over the infidelities of their men. And Angela says, when you think you got it worse, there's somebody else who has it even worse than you do. And what she meant by that was that even though Michael cheated on her, it was like an online infidelity where he wasn't like in physical contact with the other woman. Whereas with, Kalani and Asuelu actually had physical contact with the other woman. So they were bonding over their husbands being unfaithful to them. Now, let's get into the group therapy. So there's 3 counselors. All the couples were there. Molly didn't want to sit next to Kelly. I didn't think that was a big deal because y'all are just boyfriend and girlfriend and y'all are having issues, and who cares if y'all don't want to sit next to each other? Y'all can just break up if it's not working out. But anyways, so the therapists come out, they make Molly sit next to Kelly, which she absolutely detested. So they go through like what made you fall in love with your partner. They go through that. They go through what all their issues are. And then we get to Asuelu and Kalani. So their issue is infidelity. Asuelu, when he went to Samoa to see his family, he ended up kissing another woman. And I don't know if it was before or after Kalani diagnosed him with thrush when he confessed to her that he had kissed another girl. But when he was in Samoa, they were doing a video call and he was asking Kalani, why is his tongue so white? And Kalani said that you probably have thrush. And thrush is a type of yeast infection. And you probably got it from kissing another woman or from performing fellatio on a woman. So that's how you got the thrush. And so I think he confessed after that and said, well, yes, I did kiss a girl, but she's the one that kissed me and it was no big deal, or whatever he said. So because, obviously she was crushed when she heard that her husband is out there in Samoa in some bar kissing some random who gave him a yeast infection. So I guess to, make amends and to make her feel better, Asuelu told Kalani that he's going to give her a pass now I don't know exactly what words he used when he gave her that pass. Did he say, I'm giving you a pass to kiss another guy? Or did he say, I'm giving you a pass just to go be with another guy? Take that how you want to take it. Do what you want. I don't know. But Kalani took that hall pass and she ran with it because there was already somebody in her radar. Somebody was giving her much heat online, and I guess there was like a mutual attraction, and now she had an excuse to act on it. So she hooked up with this guy, and she tells the group that when they first got together, they did kiss, and then it went a little bit further. Fellatio was involved. Then it went a little bit further than that, and they did the whole full shebang. So Asuelu had no idea that it went that far. So Asuelu was shocked. Everybody in the group was shocked. I was shocked. And so she basically confessed to everything. And it was emotional for her. She was crying. Asuelo was crying because she says that she's just not that type of girl who would have done that. He's the one that kind of pushed her into this. Number one, by what he did. Number two, by giving her that damn hall pass. So she's like, I'm just not that kind of girl. And then she also mentioned at some point that she's not, because of the fact that she was very green when she met Asuelo. She was a virgin, had never been in a serious relationship, had never really done anything physical with a man. That she's also not the kind of girl just to sleep with a guy and then just, walk away. She's not just going to hit it and quit it. So she developed some type of like an emotional connection with this guy. And so she says that she's in this couples therapy thing or at this resort to try to figure out her feelings, not only for Asuelo, but to figure out her feelings for this other guy as well. So there's like, this is like an entire throuple going on here because Kalani has feelings for both men. And so you came from being a virgin, never being with a man. Now you're juggling two men, your husband and your boyfriend. Wow. So, okay. So then after the group therapy, they're walking back. Oh, by the way, let me say this. When Kalani was crying about the infidelity, about him kissing this other girl and, whatever she did with the other dude, Asuelo kind of like, he was like, oh, this is all my fault. But, I'm just a small island boy, trying to kind of blame it on, him being this unsophisticated island boy. He really didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know how to make the right decision. Asuelo, stop it. Stop. Look, y'all, it really irks my soul. It irks my soul when people want to act like having an affair is some type of things that just happen. No, affairs are they're anything but and they're anything but something that just sort of happens, because in order to conduct an affair, you have to plan, you have to plot, you have to manipulate, you have to lie and be deceitful. There's a lot that goes into having an affair. If he was at a bar, for example, if he was at a bar and it was like he was out of his mind drunk and some girl just planted a kiss on him out of nowhere and he wasn't expecting it, okay, fine. I'm not going to call that an infidelity. But if he was full out finding other women to sleep with and to mess around with or to hook up with, that's cheating. You're being unfaithful, and it's not something that just happens. I hate it when people say, oh, it just happened. Oh, it just happened. No, you have to plan when it comes to having an affair. There's a lot of planning that goes into it. So anywho, this whole little, oh, I'm just an island boy. No, we don't buy it. You knew what you were doing. I'm not quite clear on exactly how far Asuelo went. Like, I don't know if he really had an affair or if he was having like hookups, like multiple hookups with either the same girl or multiple girls. He was hooking up with, I don't know exactly how far he went. Kalani makes it seem like it was repetitive, but Asuelo, we only heard about this incident at the bar in Samoa. So I don't know exactly what was going on there. So I'm assuming for him to give her a pass, he must have been, it was more than just a drunken kiss with a random stranger at the bar. So like I said, she confesses about how far she went with her hall pass. And the thing is that everybody was saying that Asuelo was stupid for giving her the hall pass. I 1,000% agree with that. He was stupid for giving her the hall pass. And he did it out of trying to fix something really, really quick. Like, okay, I did this. I wronged you. You feel bad about it. So let's just be even. And you go out and you do the same thing. And then we'll be even. And then we'll move on from there. Asuelo does not understand that for a woman, for most women, okay, there's an exception to every rule, but for most women, if we're going to go as far as to, sleep with another man or, there has to be something going on there. There has to be some type of emotional attraction, an emotional connection or something like that. It's not easy for like, y'all, I'm generalizing, and I know there's some women out there who are living hard and fast. I get it. I'm just generalizing. there for the most part, it's not easy for women just to go from man to man, man to man, man, like it ain't nothing. Now I can see a man doing that, going from woman to woman, woman to woman, like it ain't nothing, because I think what drives a lot of men to be unfaithful is the physicality of it. You just see an attractive woman, she's giving you the green light, and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna go for it. But for women, it's like we need that emotional connection. Yes, we have to be physically attracted, but we also kind of need that emotional connection to go that far with the man that is not our partner. So he was super for giving her the hall pass because she was going to choose someone that she had some type of a connection with. She wasn't going to choose some random just to scratch an itch and then move on. It was going to be someone that she kind of felt something for. So now we're in this love triangle where she's got feelings for this other guy. And Asuelo says, at least I wasn't trying to be with the other girl. Of course you weren't, because it's just physical for you. And it hurts him that Kalani is actually still communicating with this guy, because he talked about how they're still texting each other, and she's got some type of an attachment with this other guy. But this is the monster that you created, Oswella. You gave her the hall pass, and she was going to choose someone that she really had feelings for. So they get back to the room, and she allows him to ask her anything. And he says, he goes, well, is he better than me in bed? And I'm thinking to myself, out of all the questions he could have asked her about her boyfriend, that's the one that you want to know? That just shows you like how a lot of men, and once again I'm generalizing, how like a lot of men are, or some men are very sex focused. You just found out that your wife, the mother of your children, is having an emotional connection with another man that did turn into something physical, but she does have feelings for this other man. And your one question to her is, well, is he better than me in bed? And he got the answer that he was looking for. And so Kalani tells him, yeah, yeah, he is. Because with you, it's just about you and you getting yours. But when I'm with him, it's about us. Look here, when she said it was about us, because I thought she was going to say, when I'm with him, it's about me. But when she said it's about us, to me, I felt like that should have stung a little bit more to Asuelu, because it's like she's saying to him, when we're together, we're about pleasing one another. He's about pleasing me. I'm about pleasing him. Because at least if she would have said it was just about her, like this guy is just there to please her, then maybe he can kind of like make himself believe, oh, she's with him just for that, because that's the one thing that he can do for her. And there's nothing much else going on between them, because he's just there to please her, just to let her get her little, whatever, 15 minutes of pleasure, and then he's gone. No, she said it's about us. I'm about pleasing him, and he's about pleasing me. So I don't know if Asuelo was picking up what she was putting down, if he really understood what was going on there, or if that flew over his head. So she says that Asuelo, she tells him, you're selfish. You're very selfish. It's always about you. Even outside of the bedroom, it's always about you. I always have to do things to make you happy, to please you. You never take my feelings into consideration. You don't do anything to try to make me happy. It's always about you. And I'm sick and tired of it. So Asuelo then asks her, do you really have feelings for him? I'm like, duh. But that's where the episode ended. I'm like, of course she's got feelings for him. That's why you're in this conundrum now. Because if it was just a one-time thing, a one-night stand, hit it and quit it, the conversation would have been over in group therapy. The conversation now is spilling back into y'all's room. So obviously there's something more going on between her and this guy. So 90 Day Fiance Last Resort was a little bit better than I expected. I don't have any time for Ed and Liz. I have no time for Angela and Michael. I have no time for Yara and Jovi. Yara and Jovi are fine. They're just fine. Now, this next episode, I don't know if they're trying to make it look like Jovi had a full-blown affair on Yara. I seriously doubt it. Jovi thinks he's got the hottest girl in town. So... But then again, Yara's a little bit rough around the edges. So maybe he's looking for something softer and sweeter. I don't know, but we shall see. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video if you like this content, subscribe to my channel, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye.